Hello, I'm Cheyenne Schroeder, Assistant Editor of the Hutchinson News. Today we're talking to different candidates and all of the different roles that they are hoping to be elected to this November. First of all, go ahead and give me your name, where you're from, and then what you're running for.
Yes, I'm Trish Rose, and I am from Hutchinson. Actually, as a history, I grew up here, and I am currently a sitting district judge in Reno County, which comprises the 27th Judicial District of Kansas.
Okay, sure. And you've been a district judge for some time.
Yes, I was first elected in 2010 and took the bench January of 2011. We we hope to be reelected, if we wish, every 4 years. So 2 of the 4 district judge positions are up for reelection this year, and
Okay.
one is me.
Excellent, sure. Tell me a little bit about the types of things that you currently do as a district judge, what you'll do in the future, that kind of thing.
Okay, in Reno County, historically, we have had a division of labor among the district judges. It is not law that we get assigned these different roles, but it works, and so no one, I think, is suggesting that we change it. I am one of the 2 judges who handle felony criminal trials. So a felony case, once it's past the position of being bound over for arraignment, half of them come to me and half of them come to District Judge Tim Chambers, who is my peer judge across the hall. And we take the felonies from that point on. So jury trial or trial to sentencing and anything that might happen after. We also handle, each of us, half of all of the civil cases. And civil means domestic, divorce, custody, family law, and suits for negligence, damages, any kind of contract lawsuit. So we divide those up half and half. Now, just to complete the picture, District Judge Mackie Dick, who is our chief judge, by the way, handles all matters concerning children and estates. And District Judge Joseph McCarville, who is Division 3, handles felony criminal matters up to the position or to the point that I just mentioned when they come to Judge Chambers, all right. And he does some other things, but that's a brief overview.
Okay, sure. Now, tell me a little bit about what priorities do you take into account when walking into the courtroom?
Yeah, you know, it's built into me to treat all persons with respect, and I think that has served me well as a judge. Actually, after I became judge, I read something that resounded with me, and that was that people are more likely to have a positive view of the justice system, to respect the justice system, if they are treated with respect. And that includes being listened to and having rulings explained to them. So even if they lost, the research showed that persons were more likely to have a favorable view of court. And so I think about that every day, at least every day that I have people in my courtroom. I'm not always in the courtroom. It motivates me to be a good judge. And one of my duties, actually, ethically, is to foster a positive impression of the judicial system, so people have respect for our system of justice, which is essential to our life together as a civic body.
Okay, sure. Sort of almost do your job so well that fewer issues happen elsewhere and then come to you, that kind of thing? Is that what you mean?
No, possibly.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. You know, people, for a good example would be family law, because there are so many emotions involved in, say, a custody battle. And for people to leave, and for someone, let's take a person, a father, for instance, to leave and feel like he didn't get a fair day in court, that the judge didn't hear why he wanted custody of his child and didn't really listen and didn't really give full attention, could have negative impacts for the rest of that child's life. So that, yes, the answer to your question is yes.
Okay, yeah, sure. Are there certain aspects that you want to focus on in the future, or certain things that drive you in hopes of being reelected?
The main thing that drives me is I love my job. I was an attorney for 31 years before I ran for judge. I really didn't plan to ever be a judge as I went to law school and trained and practiced, but when Judge Richard Romey retired, it opened up a position, and it's generally thought that it's easier to run for an open position than to challenge an incumbent. And so I applied or filed for that position. And of course, we elect our judges. Half of the counties in Kansas, approximately half, do not elect. They have a merit system of appointment. But actually, Judge Romey was a mover and shaker to get our district to accept the election method. So I filed and ran a campaign, and it actually was my second campaign because I had filed for city council a few years prior, just as I was a practicing lawyer, and had a contest. And so yeah, it's you know, I don't plan to necessarily do anything different, but again, I love my job, so I'd like to continue.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Cheyenne.
And thank you so much for watching.